The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back again, folks. Welcome in. This is the 2025 pre-New Year's edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Tom Sicoscio Jr., along with my friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. You know, in every episode, we dive into captivating conversations with Syracuse's movers and shakers, like business owners, top executives, entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, and anyone else we can pick up off the street who'll talk to us. Brace yourself for jaw-dropping business insights and success stories. The Local Show shines that light on the business visionaries, turning Syracuse into the ultimate hub for work, life, and new opportunities. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, brought to you by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement. And you can see us on YouTube. Just look up Zoe Advertising. Back again and back at it, Steve. Getting ready for the big ball drop. Hopefully you'll move aside and it won't drop on your head.
No, years ago we actually recorded the ball drop with Dick Clark.
Yes,
and we just go and play it on the VCR at about 8:30 at night. Good night, honey. No,
there you go.
But no.
I don't have any events. I didn't book anything, for a while there. Even up to maybe 3-4 years ago, I had wedding receptions on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
And it was great because, you can charge a bit of a premium because it's kind of like two parties in one. But then I said, that's too much work. And it's always cold.
I did one of those like 1,000 years ago when we met, and it was at General Hutchings.
Oh, yeah, General Hutchings'
and it was,
house.
I just remember it was like steak and lobster. It was like one of these big deals, and it was lovely, but that was New Year's.
Right.
That one I remember. I think I probably did more than that because that used to be a thing.
Yeah. A lot of people did that. And by the way, General Hutchings' house, which is now called the End of the Seasons.
Okay.
End of the Seasons. Kelly's friend, high school friend, owns it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tia, I believe.
So is it a reception place?
Yeah, they just still do receptions, but it's great for dinner.
I haven't been there in forever.
Very under, what do you call it?
Exposed.
Yes. I guess that's what you would say. Get up there and have a dinner. It's pretty nice. Joe Scripa is with us right now. Owner of the Scripa Group, Real Estate and Property Management. How are you, Joe?
Doing well, Tom. Doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm hanging right in there, what else can you do? You look up, fold your hands, and say, help.
Keep moving forward.
And keep moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, some people will say that we're moving forward with Micron, and here we are on the cusp of 2026. What do you think? How far away are we?
Here's what I really think. That delay that we saw back in November or earlier December, I guess, what I would say is that was just a reset of a realistic timeline for construction for such a large project.
Right. That would make sense to me. That would make sense to me. How about the woman who they sold the property and then
Yeah, no, that was interesting, and I'm glad they made the right deal for her family and for Micron. When I look at it and everybody calls it a delay, I say it's more like allowing everybody to get ready, because I think we were so unprepared for this.
Right.
We don't have the housing, right? All the housing starts they're out there. Permitting is happening right now.
Good. Okay.
We have a few projects that are coming forward, and I think what everyone's perceiving as a delay, again, is a blessing in disguise, because it's going to allow us to prepare with a little bit of extra housing, more apartments.
Well, we needed housing before Micron.
We needed housing before.
There was housing.
True. Right? Yeah. I think we were growing in the right direction.
And right now, I think what we're going to see is we might see a little bit of stagnation and sideways movement. Mm-hmm. If you listen to the national media, they are comparing today to 2006, which was the precursor to the 2008 crash.
Yeah.
Market crash, real estate crash, catastrophic financial events, right? Mm-hmm. And we're showing similarities of that. I think we will be somewhat isolated because of Micron, TTM technologies, things of that nature. But this will allow us to prepare, so we will remain isolated and in get through some of what the rest of the country's not going to get through so well. With Florida's crashing, different parts of the country.
Why is it crashing? Why?
Well, interest rates, prices, builders overbuilt.
That's what I was wondering. Was there too much?
It was inventory. Okay,
I see. So there's other parts that are overbuilt. We're underbuilt.
We're underbuilt, but we are showing a sign. I read statistics all the time, and we are showing a sign. We have increasing number of days on market for housing.
Which means what?
Which means, and we have very low inventory. So you got two things. Remember, what is it? Supply and demand.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So supply and demand is you got more people that want to buy than you have inventory. Well, we now have lessening inventory and lessening sales because the time on market's longer. That tells us we have less sales happening.
So it's the calm before the storm, probably?
It's the calm before the storm, and we are heading into a softer market. Remember, we were seeing houses sell in 1 to 5 days. We're now at 40 to 60 days.
So people aren't, put a price in, skip the home inspection, let's do it. They're not in that frenzy.
Home inspections are back. Negotiations are back. People are now listing homes. Let's say that Cape Cod home was breaking 300,000, a 1,500 square foot Cape where we all grew up.
Right.
Might be around 300,000. We're seeing those reel back to the mid twos, which is still crazy.
Still yeah.
And good for the seller.
Mm-hmm. So commercially, are properties still in demand?
Commercially, we are busier than we can really keep up with. There is no inventory and there is demand. So we have a lot of companies that are moving to Syracuse because they do want to be part of the Micron thing. We're going to see new names coming into town. We have a few new names that we're working on bringing in that we exclusively represent. I think we're going to see banking increase around
There's a
town.
bank in every corner, and sometimes three. I see all these banks.
We're going to start seeing more because, you look at that corridor from Baldwinsville, Baldwinsville to Cicero is going to explode.
Yeah.
And when you look at that corridor on Route 31, with the exception of the Great Northern area and Core Companies, who owns most everything up there, that's all there is.
Right.
There's not a lot of banks up there. There's an M&T,
Now there's a Key Bank and those
Pathfinder,
things. Yeah, up near me, up Great Northern. So Joe Scripa, Scripa Group, commercial real estate, residential real estate. If you want to have a conversation about your stuff or an idea, 452-1200, ScripaGroup.com, ScripaGroup.com. Thanks for joining us, Joe. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.